The fastest way for us to rebrand the country is through tourism. So the faster we can get back on Lonely Planet's, number one, the Time magazine's number one, those kind of accolades, and tourists starts coming in, then people will start seeing that as opposed to the fuel queues. Let's call a spade a spade. Right now, the country may just taken a battering as of July 2022. So we can't really expect to get an anchor investor today. The country battering, I think, will take about 2 years for this kind of image that has been created. Because we talked about agglomeration and we talked about livable cities. Today, it is not a livable city to attract investors. So we should kind of even pretend that it is. I think the way forward for us is it takes about a year or two to kind of repair this image if the correct governance is in place. Its economic problem is a very small problem. The grand scheme of things, it's not such a big hole. The fastest way for us to rebrand the country is through tourism. So the faster we can get back on Lonely Planet's, number one, the Time magazine's number one, those kind of accolades, and tourists starts coming in, then people will start seeing that as opposed to the fuel queues. So I think the sooner we can kind of get to that, that'll help us bring in not the marquee investor, but at least some of the investors. We are all heading towards a global recession of sorts. So in that environment also, it's not easy for folks to cut a check and take a risk and come into these new geographies. So all in all, it's going to be a tough kind of 2 years for us to get new investors. What we need to focus on is how do you secure and keep the current investors who have invested into Sri Lanka here. There, I'll tell you, as part of BCP plans, all our investors are looking at other places to expand into. So how do we keep Sri Lanka relevant until our image is repaired? And number two, all these companies, all our global companies that are here have expansion plans within Sri Lanka. How do you kind of secure those expansion plans to proceed in the next 2 years?